Good morning. Have you ever seen the meme that says something about I'll die by choking on a cupcake and tripping over air or something like that? That's going to be me, because all of my friends say that they need to wrap me in bubble wrap. And actually, my best friend gave me bubble wrap for my birthday one year. It was the year after I broke my back.
She gave me bubble wrap. It's not helping.
She gave me bubble wrap because that's just, yeah, me. Well, the other day, the can opener was laying on the counter because it's a Pampered Chef can opener. It's got the little wheelie thing on top, and it's got a bottle opener on the side, and then it's got the little teeth thing that grab the lid to the can and lift it up. Anyway, I love that thing. However, it tried to deceased me the other day because all I did was pick it up and carry it across the room, and I dropped it, I guess. I think it jumped out of my hands because I don't know how I dropped it. But anyway, it hit the inside of my ankle on the bone, and it cut me. Now, it wasn't bad. The cut is not bad. It was more like a scrape. But honest to God, I thought I had broken a bone because it hurt so bad. I think I may have bruised a bone or something. I don't know. But it's still real tender to the touch, and I couldn't even wear my other sandals this morning because it touches it. And I don't want anything to touch it. It's not swollen. It's fine. But, I mean, I can walk. But it's just, oh my goodness. Just a can opener almost took me out. Well, then this morning, I have my big, I call it my work bucket, but it's a rolling cart. And it's got the handle that goes up. It's got wheels on it.
And the wheels on the bus go round and round.
And then, I'm bringing it out of the house, so I have the handle all the way up. And I'm pulling it out of the house. Well, it swung around and hit my baby toe that's hanging out of my sandal over here. I mean, it's not hanging out, they're flip-flops. And then I swung around and I almost fell, but it caught me. After it tried to take me out, it caught me. And I thought, goodness gracious, that meme is just so me. Because it's going to be something weird that takes me out, Ugh. Anyway, I hope you find humor in this story, okay? I hope no one has to say anything ugly about the girls, because that always makes me mad. Don't say anything ugly about them. They're 7 and 10, and they're doing the best they can in life, okay? We went to eat last night. We get back home, and first of all, when they first came over, they were having a fit because there were butterflies all over my butterfly bush. Well, they didn't really realize that's a butterfly bush. And then when I told them it was a butterfly bush, that's what it's called, they were all the more excited about it. And they were they broke off one of the tips, and they were running around trying to catch a butterfly on the little tip, tip. So when we get back home, there's another butterfly bush, and there's bees and all kinds of stuff on it. And Naomi says, look at that bee. Is that a bee? That's the weirdest looking bee. And it is. It's got a long, skinny body, and it's got a stinger off the back. It's a type of hornet or wasp. But it's black, it's solid black, and then its wings are way up by its neck, but then it's got that long, skinny body. I don't know what it is. I said, I don't think they're aggressive, but anyway, whatever. I mean, we're not getting near them anyway, but we go in the house, we go in the kitchen, and I turn around and look at her, and about the time I turn around and look at her, she does this, and I see the little sweat bee flies off. There's a little sweat bee or that's what it looked like. It was just tiny little black bee looking thing. And she's holding her neck and she's screaming. And she's acting like she's ready to fight something because this little sweat bee stung her on the neck. And she keeps pulling her hand away like she's bleeding. And I'm like, honey, it was just a sweat bee. And she's freaking out. And I mean, it's just it's hilarious. Meanwhile, Phoenix is on the other side, holding her neck and about to cry because she's an empath. And she's going to have a hard time in life because she's so empathetic about everything. But I said, why are you holding your neck and crying? She's the one that got stung. And she's like, because it hurts. And I was like, it hurts her. It hurts her. It was so sweet, though.
I get. Is that my boss? That's my boss. The owner. Anyway, he's leaving.
So anyway, then she's like, do something. And I'm like, I'm not a mother. And I'm laughing the whole time because I laugh when I'm nervous. Okay? It's not a good thing to laugh when you're nervous. But that's what I do. I laugh when I'm nervous. And I'm laughing. And she's having a fit. And she's like, but you're my aunt. And I'm like, it's a sweat bee. I'm thinking, how many times have I been stung by a sweat bee in my life? Because, you know, we had a pool growing up, and we used to get stung by sweat bees all the time. Do they hurt? Yes. But not like this, right? And she's like, you gotta put some medicine on it. And I was like, what medicine? Like, I'm thinking, you have to get nicotine, and, you know, tobacco nicotine. You have to get tobacco and wet it and put it on. I don't have tobacco. You know, I'm thinking, I said, okay, come on in the bathroom. She's like, you got to put a Band-Aid on it. I need a compress. And I was like, a compress? A compress? So we all three go into the bathroom. I take
A toothpick.
a Q-tip. And I put a little peroxide on it because I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing. I didn't have Benadryl cream. And I put it on there. And then I put a Band-Aid on it. And it did have just the tiniest little whelp mark. Because I was looking at it and I was like, I don't even see where it stung you. I don't see anything. And then I was like, oh, there it is. Now I did wet a
wet cloth.
A paper towel for her to put on her neck first. But I looked at it to see if there was a stinger in there. I didn't see anything. Oh, at the drama over a bee sting. And then Phoenix is so empathetic. She's just like having a fit and holding her neck. And I'm looking around thinking, I am a boy mom, okay? Justin never acted like this. Melissa, my niece, never acted like this. I don't know what to do. I didn't raise girls like this. Because Melissa was just chill. She was always chill. And Justin was just chill. So I don't know what you want me to do, but I promise you it was a sweat bee. I promise. It was about that big and it was black, okay? And it got her right there on the neck and she's just having a fit. And she's like, haven't you ever been stung? I said, girl, I was stung.
What is that thing called?
Lymph node. Yeah. If there's a lymph node right up through here. I was told that's what it was. I don't know. But I was stung in it, right at the base of my skull. And I'm here to tell you, it hurt all the way down to my shoulder and all the way up into my head. It was some sort of, I think it was a red wasp. And that little jackleg, let me tell you what that little jackleg did, okay? He was the guard. And he was watching. I just walked out my front door, okay? I had no idea that they were building in my storm door. And he popped me right there. And I was like, what the heck? And when I turned around and looked at the door, I could see the bees. the wasps, the hornets, whatever they were. And I was like, oh no, how am I going to get back in the house? Because this is the only unlocked door, right? Because I leave all the others locked. So I just ducked and ran for it and got back in the house. I waited till they settled down a little bit. And then I called John, my pest guy, which is my best friend's husband. And I said, look, these jacklegs are building inside the storm door. And he's like, okay. So he comes over, and he said they're centurion guards. That's what he called them. He said they sit up there like little centurion guards, and when somebody disturbs them, one of them goes out to pop you, to warn you. I was like, well, they warned me all right. But anyway, he kept spraying the door, and I was like, look, they're in the door. They're in the door. They're in the channels of the door. They're not on the door. They're in the door. Anyway, it was quite a mess. And I was way out in the yard watching, because I wanted to see the little boogers die. Yeah. And they come after him, but he was pretty well protected. But gosh, they were very aggressive. Yeah. I gotta go to work. It's 7:59. Yeah, so I'll talk to y'all later, okay? Well, I would just like to add that I had a weenie crawl up between my legs today, and I liked it. It was a weenie dog. And I was sitting with my ankles crossed, which means my knees weren't exactly together. And she stuck that long nose up between my knees and started pulling herself up on my pant leg. And I got so tickled. And I said to Lisa, I've got a weenie coming up between my knees. I thought it was funny. She's so cute. But she loves me so much. She wants to sit with me. And I'm like, baby, you can't sit with me while I work because you won't be still. I mean, you know, she's only 5 months old. It's hard to get a 5-month-old to be still, but she's being a good girl. She just doesn't understand why I can't hold her. Well, I mean, the reason I can't hold you, dear, is because you won't be still. Because she's a wiggly weenie. I'm here to get lunch. I'll be back. Well, I do hope you enjoyed this video. Remember, I love you. Jesus loves you. We hope he's coming back soon, because people be crazy, and I was attacked by a weenie today. And I'll talk to you on the next one, okay? Toodles, my noodles.